a rumor spreading like a wildfire. See what misconception has brought this College of Chemical Engineering professor to speak.
Working already? I'm Alicia Carter with how to keep those New Year's resolutions.
These stories in a moment, but first, police have arrested a man that they believe is involved in the Starkville Sportsplex shooting.
19-year-old Jalen Javon Gates faces 2 charges of aggravated assault. Gates is accused of being part of a shooting at the Starkville Sportsplex on January 28th. Police say Gates was already being held in Prentiss County on unrelated charges. Bail for the assault charges has been set at $100,000, and anyone with information on this crime or others is asked to contact the Starkville Police Department or Golden Triangle Crime Stoppers.
And it's a very cold night out there tonight. We have low of 29 degrees. It's going to be gradually clearing, but it's going to be a very cold one. That's because we had a cold front that brought us that rain overnight last night. And heading into tomorrow, it'll be a little bit milder. We're going to have a high of 58 degrees, so it's going to be a nice day to get out and enjoy all of that weather. And looking at your extended forecast, it's going to be a very wet one for your Saturday. But at the back end of the weekend, we'll have temperatures in the 60s and mostly cloudy skies throughout. And remember, this forecast is presented by Campus Connect Forecast. For your live weather updates, look at that Twitter handle, MSU Weather. Go on and follow it.
For some, it would be a dream come true. For others, a nightmare. Or is the whole thing just a rumor? Take 30's Terry Johnson looks into a rumor that's brewing and boiling over.
Really?
I had no idea.
Wait, what? And here?
This was the way these students said they reacted when they first heard the big news. Sweeping across campus, rumor had it that a brewery had been installed in the basement of SWAM.
You know, we're coming to the dry campus. I was informed earlier that, there's a lot of counties that have breweries that are dry counties. So, on one hand, you get it like, why are we making our own beer or our own whatever on campus when we're not allowed to have any on campus? And on the other hand, it's another opportunity for the students and for faculty and staff to try a new hobby.
The common thread is that the College of Chemical Engineering decided they wanted to provide a new avenue for students looking to understand the science behind making the go-to beverage for many college students. Earlier this week, I came down here to the ground floor of SWAM and I had a conversation with Dr. Bill Elmer, the director of the College of Chemical Engineering. See what he had to say when he heard about this rumor gone wild.
Oh, that's awesome. I wish we could do that. That's too cool. That didn't happen. All it was a project where we studied the kinetics of fermentation. It was part of the Sweet Potato Challenge that's funded. A grant is funded over on the ag side.
Dr. Elmer went on to say in order to work on this project, all students had to be 21 or up. Reporting for Take 30 News, this has been Terry Johnson.
Off camera, Dr. Elmore joked that of all the samples, only 2 were even drinkable. Last week, severe drought was recorded in Oktibbeha County for the first time since March of 2017. Despite recent rain, the drought in northeast Mississippi continues to expand. The latest drought monitor, released on February 1st, shows a section of dark orange signifying severe drought across much of central Mississippi. As of now, impacts are limited to farmers who began cool season planting last week. The State Climate Office says a current rainy pattern should minimize drought growth over the next few weeks.
Now could be a little bit concerning as if there's not any recharge, because as those temperatures get up, that drought's just going to keep perpetuating itself, and the demand for water will keep increasing, and if the water's not there, that means the drought is going to keep deepening and getting worse and worse.
The State Climate Office says the drought could become a concern if it lasts into the spring growing season. The next drought update will be released this coming Thursday.
Preparing for the worst, students on campus are giving blood just in case a disaster strikes. The American Red Cross made a visit to MSU's campus yesterday to collect blood from students wanting to make a difference. This event was run by Red Cross nurses as well as volunteers from the local chapter of the Red Cross Club. The blood drive was held on the second floor of the Culver Student Union on MSU's campus. Student volunteer Jimmy Falls says last year's natural disasters motivated their clubs to take action.
Last year we done the blood drives because of Hurricane Harvey and Hurricane Maria, and we just kind of continue doing them. Most of the time we get between, say, 40 and 60 units, so we help out. It's not a lot, but it's a lot whenever you actually need the blood.
Falls tells us the blood donated here could be used to save lives across the country. If you missed this event, he says they'll hold another one later in the semester.
After his father's plane went down in the Gulf of Mexico and was never found, this son decided it was his mission to find his father and bring him home.
Jacob Kissinger, a former Mississippi State student, is searching for his father, Bill Kissinger, whose plane went down in the Gulf of Mexico. Bill is a pilot for Pilots and Paws, an organization that rescues dogs who are going to be euthanized in pounds throughout the U.S.
On January 3rd, my dad flew out of Oklahoma City to go to Houston to rescue a dog when he became unconscious in flight and his plane went down over the Gulf of Mexico. So Dad's airplane took off here, Wiley Post Airport in Oklahoma City, and he was flying south to Georgetown, Texas, near Houston. So he flew, and then once he got over Dallas-Fort Worth airspace is when he stopped responding. So the autopilot on the plane would have turned the plane south toward Houston. When it went over Galveston and then into the Gulf, it would have kept flying straight, flew directly over Galveston to Cancun, almost to Cancun, to a town called Merida. And right here where the ocean shelf begins, about a 50 square mile of where my dad is, right there. Cancun being here. The last contact was about right here, and it was at 19,000 feet, which is way higher than he ever should have been flying, which shows it's possible that the plane hit an updraft right here, flew high, and the planes go up and down when they run out of fuel. They're at the mercy of the wind. The planes don't fall out of the air. It's a plane, it's flying, it just doesn't have any thrust, so until it descends all the way, it's going to go up and down with the wind. If you'd like to help me and my family get a little bit of closure through all this, you can go to GoFundMe.com, and the GoFundMe is under Help Me Find My Dad. What I'm trying to do right now is raise the money and get the support to where I can lease a side scan sonar device, which will tow behind a boat, which essentially maps the ocean floor. If there's an airplane on the ground where we think he went down, we will see it. We know my dad's probably dead, but we know where he is, and we'd like to look and find him.
This is Colin McCauley for Take 30 News.
Changes could be coming to alcohol restrictions in Starkville. A proposal was recently made to allow alcohol to be taken from a restaurant in a to-go cup. Take 30's Jordan Darensberg shows us why not everyone's on board.
A new alcohol ordinance proposed by Mayor Lynn Spruill would allow for alcohol to be taken out of a restaurant in either downtown or the Cotton District. Aaron Martin, the incoming general manager at Ben 612, located in the Cotton District, says that it's a great idea.
I think it's a good idea. As far as the to-go cups, I haven't really looked into too much into it, but the to-go cups I think is a good idea. I think there will have to be some sort of regulation as far as boundaries, where it can be taken.
And lo and behold, there are restrictions to this. While the ordinance allows for alcohol to be taken in a to-go cup, the alcoholic beverage cannot be taken out of the designated entertainment areas, such as downtown and the Cotton District. MSU student Don Higgins likes the idea.
I think it's a great idea. I mean, I always feel like if you can get like a to-go box of food or something and take it out, why not take alcohol out the restaurant? Why I gotta drink it in the restaurant?
While many students and people in and around Starkville are big fans of the new ordinance that will relax some of the alcohol restrictions here in places like the Cotton District, some others aren't really big fans of this due to the potential irresponsibility that can be caused by it.
I feel like it might be a little irresponsible in that you say that people will stay around the area and they can stay in the area of the restaurants and bars giving out the alcohol, but some people might be able to actually leave and bring their alcohol home with them, or possibly drive home with the alcohol in their hands, and they've been drinking, they're going to drive, they might get in an accident. I just don't think it's a good idea.
The districts would be designated by the Starkville City Council. The ordinance would be allowed Monday through Thursday from 4 p.m. to midnight, Friday and Saturday from noon to 1 a.m., and Sunday from noon to midnight. For Take 30 News, I'm Jordan Darensberg.
Still to come, we'll give you tips to staying motivated at the gym and keeping your New Year's resolution.
Our world is changing. The way we work, the way we connect, the way we see things around us. At Mississippi State University, we're agents of change, creating our own bright futures, solving real problems, turning challenges into possibilities, and lighting the way to a whole new world of emerging markets. Through MSU's new state-of-the-art Center for Entrepreneurship and Outreach, we're collaborating across campus, sharing perspectives and resources of multiple disciplines to power dreams. But we're so much more than dreamers. We've launched hundreds of student-led businesses, earning millions in revenue, and impacting our state's economy in new and creative ways. We're the next generation of business leaders, and we're ready for a changing world. How do we know we're ready? Because we're the ones changing it.
Did you make a resolution this year to stay in shape but are having trouble staying motivated?
Well, good news, you're not alone. There's still time to make those New Year's resolutions.
Resolutions to get in better shape and live a healthier lifestyle. But how are the students here doing to stay true to their resolutions?
My gym resolution was basically just to continue to stay in the gym, work hard, and definitely be consistent in my workouts each week.
Trainer Michael Sapin at the Sanderson says things are slowing down, but people are still going strong.
At the beginning of the year, it started off really packed in here. It has started to slow up a little bit, but there are still more people in here than there usually is during the semester. So there's still a lot of people staying in the gym, but there has been a few to dwindle out.
The problem people usually seem to run into to keep them with their routine is usually motivation.
What keeps me motivated in the gym is to basically look at myself from a month from now or 2 months from now and just see like, okay, if I continue to work out, I will be able to reach one of my goals by the end of the month.
While Jessica and other students seem to still have their motivation going, Michael has some encouraging words for anyone that might be doubting themselves.
To everybody that started coming into the gym this year, and to people that's been coming to gym and making themselves healthier and getting into fitness, just stick at it. You know, it's a marathon, not a sprint. So just stay forward.
A dream come true, 2 MSU students have the opportunity of a lifetime to be an opener for a famous rapper. Kyle Hallman and Jackson Hallman are 2 students with a talent that has brought them a long way, from DJing in their house to playing the pre-show for a well-known rapper, A$AP Ferg. The 2 boys, who are actually not related, competed last week in a local DJ competition against 17 other DJs from the Starkville area. Their performance outshone the rest and has landed them a gig that they will surely never forget. Kyle, the hype man of the duo, says he has dreamed of this for a long time.
I was telling him the other day, I literally drove 5 hours to a concert by myself to see A$AP Ferg 2 years ago because I'm such a big fan. And if you would have told me 2 years ago there's the potential opportunity to open up for him one day, I would have never believed that. But here we are, so we're really excited about it.
The A$AP Ferg concert will be on February 24th at the MSU Horse Park. And now coming up, we have your full weather forecast with Jordan Darensberg.
Oh yes, and it is a very chilly one out there today. We do have temperatures in the upper 30s throughout much of the region, and looking through looking into the, hold on a sec. Okay, it's a very cold night tonight. We'll plan it out for you. Let's see. 6 o'clock, the cloud cover is still going to be there, but it's going to start to, never mind.
We all depend on accurate weather forecasts to plan our day. That's why Mississippi State University is teaching students to forecast the future using real-world news sets as classrooms, putting scientific discoveries in meteorology to the test, while honing on-air reporting skills real-time with local TV stations. And we do it so well that at any given moment across the country, 1 in 3 weather forecasts are being delivered by MSU-trained meteorologists who are helping people make crucial decisions that impact their safety, working to ensure business continuity, and in many cases, saving lives. Predicting the future? That's what we're preparing for every single day so that you can prepare for your day. When you're the best, everyone wants to see what you'll do next. At Mississippi State University, our team of world-class rocket engineers is venturing beyond boundaries, building rockets like none before. We're launching a new era of space exploration. We've developed cutting-edge technology that's helping us build a rocket that can travel at 4 times the speed of sound. Fast? Yes. But more importantly, revolutionary. For you and for a space program that produces many of the conveniences we enjoy today. We're shaping your life in ways you never dreamed. What's next? Watch us and see.
All right, I am Jordan Darrensburg with your Campus Connect forecast, and it was a cold one after that rain, had that cold front pass through. We're at 39 here in town, 41 in Louisville, 43 in Macon, so basically mid to upper 30s throughout much of our region. And how about your evening planner, shall we? Our evening planner, it's gonna be mostly cloudy still. It's going to be in the upper 30s throughout much of our region. And then as we get through 8 o'clock, the temperature is going to start to really take a dive, and we're going to be below freezing by 10 o'clock. So make sure you have that coat if you're planning on going out this evening. Now for tonight's graphic. Tonight, we're going to be at a low of 29 degrees. That's a morning low, so that won't necessarily be till if you come out at like 5 in the morning or something like that. It's going to clear gradually, and it's going to be very, very cold. So make sure you are really bundled up if you're heading out. But in the afternoon tomorrow, we're going to have a high of 58 degrees. It's going to be a very dry day out there, unlike what we saw yesterday. So go out and enjoy it with the mild temperatures. And another thing of note, the winds are going to be more northerly because of that cold front. And now for your extended Campus Connect forecast, we have Saturday is your next big chance of rain with highs in the mid 60s. It's going to be mostly cloudy, but then for another slight chance of rain for your Mardi Gras before temperatures drop into the upper 50s. And remember, your forecasts are always current on @MSU Weather, so make sure you follow it on Twitter.
Thanks, Jordan. Coming up next, why this Super Bowl was so important to one Mississippi family.
If you want to have a big impact in the world, you have to start small. At Mississippi State University, we're starting in the Gulf of Mexico, where a small but crucial barrier island is quickly fading from view. Millions of state dollars are spent dredging sand to replace the vanishing shores of Deer Island, but we think we can do better. We're applying cutting-edge sediment tracers to map the flow of currents and predict the course of sand that's carried out to sea, a process that will help us better understand the drastic transformation taking place. While this is a more cost-effective way to prevent the loss of an island, it's about so much more than saving dollars. It's about taking the first step in a long process to preserve our environment and secure a better, brighter tomorrow. We might be starting small, but rest assured, at Mississippi State University, we're dreaming big. It's been said that where there's water, there's life. For some parts of the world, that simple truth has never been more evident. Fields aren't getting the water they need. Fertilizer is washing into nearby rivers and streams, and harm to the environment is rising. At Mississippi State University, we're working to change this. By designing and implementing better irrigation solutions, we're collecting, conserving, and recycling nutrient-rich water, allowing us to reduce waste, secure the livelihoods of farmers, and pave the way for a safer, cleaner environment for fish and wildlife. But we're not stopping there. We're taking the process developed in our own backyard and applying it to a global stage. So whether it's Israel, the Philippines, or Indianola, Mississippi, we're ensuring simple truths endure, that where there's water, there's life. And where there's ingenuity at work, there's Mississippi State University.
From state to Sundays, a Bulldog took it all the way to the big house this past Sunday. Fletcher Cox is a newly crowned Super Bowl champion with humble beginnings.
Fletcher Cox the man who comes up on top of the ball.
If you've kept up with this year's football season, you've probably heard the name. Fletcher Cox has some new bling on his finger after the Eagles' 41-33 win against the Patriots during Super Bowl 52 on Sunday. The former All-American Mississippi State defensive tackle is the 35th Bulldog to appear in the Super Bowl and the 21st to touch the Lombardi Trophy with his bare hands, an experience reserved strictly for winners of the Super Bowl. Cox committed to Mississippi State as a junior at Yazoo City High School in Yazoo City, Mississippi. While attending as a student athlete, his main focus wasn't making it to the league.
I mean, I was in high school. I was actually a junior in high school when I committed. I'm about to remember. And, I had a bunch of offers on the table. And, my biggest thing was, going to college was my life after football.
His prowess on the field had other plans, though. Cox went on to rack up hundreds of tackles and numerous assists and sacks. He went on to be drafted by the Philadelphia Eagles in 2012 as the 12th overall draft pick. During his 6 seasons in the NFL, he's had over 180 tackles, 20-plus sacks, and even a touchdown. When asked about his feelings before the season, he replied saying that they were always confident about their performance and his team's chemistry.
I think 100% of our success is us going out and playing together and not beating ourselves.
Although he's a key factor on the greatest football team on the planet right now, he's never forgotten about his roots. He's still very close to his family and hometown of Yazoo City. Destiny Gainwell, Cox's younger sister and also a student here at MSU, was excited for her brother's Super Bowl appearance. How is your family celebrating the Super Bowl? What are y'all doing?
Being that it's so cold and there's so many kids, there's so many of us, that I think it's only a few family members that are actually going to the Super Bowl game. Okay. But the rest of us are having a real big Super Bowl party at the house.
A big man on the field and at home, Fletcher is revered and loved by his family.
His family, he'll do anything. His nieces, his nephews, his sister, or brother, whatever. He's the breadwinner of the family. He's the man. Everybody looks up to him. He's the go-to for whatever it is.
I'm Jeremy Hines, Take 30 News.
And it's looking like Cox will bring in a little bit extra after Sunday night's performance. Super Bowl champions are reported to receive a bonus check worth upwards of $100,000 for winning the championship.
Coming up next, we'll see how construction has been going on Dudy Noble Field, as well as Jordan Dansborough will give you your final forecast.
What drives you? What pushes you forward? Is it an appetite to be the best or a calling to make a difference? For those of us here at Mississippi State University, it's both. We're designing a future where cutting-edge hybrid technology isn't imported from overseas, but exported from our own backyard. We're working toward a day when solutions to energy independence move at 0 to 60 in 5.5 seconds and are as simple as charging a phone. A day when fuel economy and environmentally friendly are viewed as less of a compromise and look more like this. For us, turning heads in the auto industry is great, but living up to the hype is even better. That's because it's about more than simply envisioning the future. It's about getting there. And here at Mississippi State, we know just the ride to take.
The Mississippi State baseball team is preparing to open their 2018 season on new turf. Dudy Noble Field has been under construction since June of 2017, but the playing service is now finished. Pitcher Spencer Price and his team took the field for the first time since renovations began, and they're getting used to the new feeling in Dudy Noble.
It felt really good. It was it's always a new experience every day. They're putting up new stuff out there as we speak. And it's just kind of like every time you walk out there, you never know what you're going to see new. And it just kind of, it feels different. You kind of miss the old dude, but then again, you know, this one's going to be spectacular, and we're just excited for it to be finished.
The entire project will not be completed until 2019. However, the lower bowl will be finished in 2018 and will accommodate 3,300 people in chair-backed seats. The field will also provide more standing room and will have a children's playground located by the bullpen.
Thank you for tuning in to MSU's Take 30 News. I'm Alicia Carter.
I'm Colin McCauley.
Good night.